Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm your host, Veteran Mountain Man. I'm realistically surprised I'm doing this video. For those of you who are unaware, David Cullen, also known as Computing Forever on YouTube, recently did a video. In fact, he did it just this week on the 9th. And that video discussed the loss of empathy on the internet. And specifically, he starts pointing out the fact that on a regular basis, the phrase, "I don't care about your feelings," is being used during arguments and discussions and discourse throughout the internet. And I can understand his concern. However, I do want to bring up this fact, and I know that this is a fact because I've had to deal with this situation multiple times. I will get into a discussion with a leftist, and they will start using feelings as their expanded proof. They will say, well, I feel that this is the best way to handle this, or I feel that that shouldn't be discussed. And I'll turn around and state, I don't care about your feelings. Because in this case, I don't. In this case, their feelings are being used to try to railroad the situation. They are calling an appeal to empathy or an appeal to emotion that in and of itself is a rhetorical fallacy in the discussion. They are trying to derail the discussion and change the scope of the discussion because of their feelings. And it's not that I lack empathy. I can understand their emotions just fine. I can see their emotions, I can interpret their emotions, and I can even express the emotion as well under the same circumstances where I feel the same types of distress or emotional situations. I just don't care that they're having them. And I think that that is something that got a little misconstrued in this particular video by Dave, because realistically, it's okay not to care that somebody else is in an emotional state. That is still a valid form of emotional expression in a debate or discourse. You can choose not to empathize with someone. You do not automatically have to empathize with an individual. Now, it is a common thing to empathize with another individual that you're having a discussion with, but it's not required to have a discussion. And the idea that the internet, where it is easier not to empathize in a discussion, is causing a loss of empathy directly, I think might be fallacious. In that, I don't think it's actually changing people's empathy levels. I think it's actually allowing for a more open form of discourse that isn't being constricted by the empathy level of most people on a regular basis. Now, that being said, I can also understand where this could be bad for society. Part of the reasons humans developed empathy was to get along in a culture and to get along as a tribe so that we could work together. Because, let's face it, humans, even though we are a type of predator, we are not the biggest and baddest. Our tool using and our ability to work together has made us apex predators within the food chain. And so that empathy allows us to work together. And that's a good thing. I don't realistically buy the argument here, Dave. I think perhaps you and I could do some discussions on this or even dig further and maybe come up with a better understanding. I'm willing to listen to you, and I'm willing to discuss it. You can catch me on Minds or here on YouTube. I'm also on BitChute. I'm subscribed to you there as well. And let's go from there. But I think that realistically, your conclusion was a little bit off. Well, thank you all again for joining me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, or thumbs up and subscribe if you're on BitChute. Also, don't forget you can catch me on the other social media sites listed down below. If you're interested in contributing to me, you can go ahead and do it at Patreon or at Minds.com, where you can contribute to me as a Minds member. I have part of the affiliation program, so you can wire me money there. Thank you all again, and have yourselves a great day.